Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're installing these. These are the Project X LED headlights from Xenons Online. So the beauty of these LEDs, number one, they're extremely bright. So you're looking at 12K lumens, and they've been specifically designed to work in the Fiesta projector headlights, or projector headlights in general. So unlike some other brands where they kind of have the LEDs on the sides, these ones have obviously been designed in such a way that it's going to work perfectly for the projector housing on the Mark 7 Fiesta. So I'm really looking forward to working with these. We've also got some fans on the back, just to kind of keep them nice and cool, as LEDs can get quite hot. But other than that, they really are plug and play. You pop them in, you plug in the connector at the back, and you put the rubber cap on and you're all good to go. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so what you're going to do first of all, two T30 Torx bits. So we've got one here and you got one up top here. You've also got a push clip that I've already removed, but basically you just get a screwdriver in there and pop it up. Same for this side, so T30, T30. This is obviously if you want to take your headlights out. Otherwise, you can just reach in and kind of remove this cap here and then put your headlight in. So I'm going to remove one of them, show you guys kind of an in-depth view of how to install it properly, and then you guys can do it if you want to on your car. So obviously when installing these we are going to need the bigger rubber caps, so it might actually be worth everyone taking their headlight out just so you don't have to mess around kind of feeling through here where your fuse box is. So to do that, once again, the screws come off, and then you've got here is the clip that you need to remove. So if you start to basically just pull up on the headlight, you'll get the headlight up, and then from there you can kind of just reach in, grab this clip, push it down, give it a wiggle to get it off. Clip comes off, and then the headlight all comes out. Okay, so the headlight itself is now out. This is your headlight. We're going to remove this rear back cover, that is your dipped beam. And you're just going to pull this little tab and pull this out. Now your original bulb's going to be inside here. Now all you got to do is basically wiggle it to pull it out. So that's your original bulb. Now it's on two little prongs. Once again, just wiggle the prongs, and the actual bulb, it will come away from the power lead. Now that that's out, we're going to grab our new Xenons Online Project X LED bulb. We're going to pop this in. It'll only go in one way, and the way that you want to put it is so the notch here is facing the top prong there. So you've got three prongs. You've got one at the top, one at like, let's say 8 o'clock, and one at about 4 or 5 o'clock. Okay, so you want to go in that way round. So we're going to pop that in, and it will click nicely into place. If it doesn't feel fully secure, you can bend these prongs. If you want to, you can kind of bend it down, make sure it's pushed in nice and tight. Sometimes they're too tight, so you may need to bend them out to be able to get the actual old bulb out. Now we've got two sections here. We've got the power box and the leads. Now this will only go one way round. There is a positive and a negative. So what we're going to do is just plug them in, and we're just going to see basically whether it turns on or not. That'll probably be the easiest way of doing it. So now that's all plugged in, we're going to tuck this away inside the cap. And I've also got myself some new larger domed rubber caps. So you've got, this is the old rubber cap which is flat, you've got the new one which is kind of domed. It just allows this fan here to kind of protrude just a little bit. If I just turn it around to the bit, you'll see kind of it does protrude from the back there. So now that's all plugged in, the easiest way to do this will work kind of from the bulb side to the plug side. So the bulb side here, if you just, there's a large gap at the bottom. Obviously the headlight's upside down at the minute, but it's at the bottom of the headlight unit itself, and you can kind of just slide that in there. So now that's all good. So the box is inside. And then we're just going to work out where's best to have these wires. So for me, I think that fits absolutely perfectly. So it's all inside the headlight unit now. We don't have to worry about that. Now we're going to get our larger rubber dome cap. Just going to slide this on. You'll find that it will be a tight fit, but it's meant to be a tight fit. It's meant to keep all the water out. And that is the headlight bulb itself fully installed. Now all you got to do is pop this back into your actual car itself, plug it in using the connector like I showed you how to remove, screw it all down, and then we can test it. Now if you find that your bulb doesn't work first time, don't worry yourself, it's just this little connector here. So all you got to do is unplug it, turn the plug round, plug it back in, and then test it again. So I just want to show you one more time. This is with the headlight how it should be. So this is how you'll see it in your car. You've got 3 pins, one there, one here, one here. And this unit here is going in like this. We're going to go in at that angle with that prong at the bottom of the headlight. Just slide it in, and once you've given it a push, that is how it's going to look. Once again, if I was to remove it, just give it a pull, and it's going to come out with the notch at the bottom, and it lines up with that kind of retaining pin there. Okay, so just to reinstall the headlight, just be mindful that there are like plastic lugs at the bottom here that go kind of under the bumper, and then you've got to seat this section here into this white clip, and then this section goes over the top, underneath, and this section goes over the top. So basically we're going to slide this in first. Once it's pretty much in, we're just going to give it a slight kind of twist that way. Make sure it's set nicely under the bumper. I'm going to grab my lead and just plug that in. And then just make sure the top's seated nicely, give it a little push, and we're in. So hopefully, as you can see, they are both working. So this one's working absolutely perfectly fine. Just make sure you got that lead. Once again, if it doesn't work, just switch the lead round. But now I'm going to screw it all back in. So we need the T30 Torx up here, T30 Torx here, and a little push clip that goes in here. And then once it's all screwed in, I'll update you guys with a little review and kind of a comparison or an update on kind of how these are acting. One, in the rain, and secondly, kind of how bright they are compared to the HID kit that I was currently running. So just showing you guys kind of how intense they are at a standstill. We're currently at, as you can see that time, it's 9:42, hopefully you can see that, 9:42, and it's like the middle of July. So just kind of showing you guys how bright these lights are actually getting on. Hopefully that's picking up nicely, but they are pretty intense for this time of day. So I haven't tried them out in pitch black just yet, but this is kind of what I would call dusk, so the sun itself has fully set. If I just drop the exposure down, you'll see exactly what I mean by how dark it actually is. That's how dark it actually is. So hopefully that kind of shows you what I mean. So just going for a super quick drive, testing out the Xenons Online Project X LED bulbs. So this is my first time kind of being out in rainy conditions with it. You may not be able to see the rain completely, but it is kind of slightly raining outside. So far, I personally can see my headlights through the rain, and this is the first set of LEDs that I've ever had, and I've had a few now, that I can safely say right now I'm comfortable driving in rainy conditions. I can see through the rain, it's absolutely fine, it's not kind of dispersing in the weather, which is quite cool to see. So we're just going to pull in somewhere super dark and just kind of see the kind of beam pattern and how intense that light is compared to some of my other videos like the HID kits and previous bad quality kits that I've had from some other companies. So we're just going to pull it now and I'll get back to you guys. Cool, so I'm in the exact same place as previous videos. So if you've seen any of my other videos, this will be the exact same place that I filmed those. Hopefully you can see, I'll just kind of point with my finger, this beautiful like cut off line here is awesome. I probably need to adjust my left one a bit. I've always said that I've had my left headlight slightly higher because I prefer it that way and I don't blind people with my left headlight higher. But obviously if you were to get them adjusted properly, you would see this very kind of unique, perfect line, if you know what I mean. The output of these lights is insane. There's no kind of dead spots. So if you look, once again I'll use my finger, but if you just look across the whole way here, and then it gets to here and it's this beautiful line here. So everything's like really sharp, which is once again something that I haven't seen in LED lights before. Normally you kind of see almost like there's a wash of light. This is just wherever the light is going, the light is going. There's no kind of, you know, deadening of the light as it kind of gets further away from you, or as it kind of disperses out from your headlights. And there's no kind of wash on this right hand side over here either. There's just this definitive line that goes up to here and then it goes straight across the top. So that's actually wicked to see. So that's kind of showing that all this design and research that's gone into these bulbs is probably worth your time. Compared to HIDs, in my personal opinion, I think they are slightly better. The fact that they're plug and play, the fact that you've got this amount of light output, it's the combined package, in my opinion, is better than a HID kit, or at least the HID kits that I've tried out. It's blown me away. I never thought I would say this about LED bulbs, and I'm so glad that I've been speaking to Xenons online about this, because the progress that they've made compared to some other companies is mind-boggling. Yeah, I would suggest getting these bulbs, guys. If you're looking for headlights, I would get these bulbs. I think if you've got HIDs already, I wouldn't upgrade from the HIDs to these, because the money it's going to cost you, probably not worth it, especially if you've bought a good quality HID kit. If you've bought, like, let's say a 30 quid HID kit, you should upgrade. Same for LEDs. I think if you've got another LED kit, these would be an upgrade for you as well. But I think, let's say in terms of me, I've got the Xenons Online HID kit, which is amazing. I personally, if you've got an amazing HID kit already, I don't think you need to upgrade to these LEDs. But once again, you know, if you've got a worse kit sold by some other companies, or if you've got a kind of a poor performing LED bulb, this is the bulb for you. So that's my kind of view on these bulbs. I'll just give you an outside view, kind of show you from outside. But that's kind of my little review for you. So this is how they look outside the car. Pretty damn blue. No, they're bright white, but they look blue on camera, to be honest. And then hopefully you'll be able to see, once it kind of focuses, that's the kind of beam angle you're looking at. So you can see just kind of how amazing that line is. So basically these LEDs are the first LED set that I've noticed that shine through rain. It's actually stopped raining now, but it actually shines through rain. I've never seen that before. Normally LED kind of disperses in the rain and you become blind. These are the first set that I've ever come across that actually pierce through it. But in terms of like the line here where I've actually got my headlight adjusted correctly, it's lovely. Obviously, like I said before, left side's always higher for me because that's just how I run them. But no, overall, super happy. So if you guys want these bulbs, use CR10. It was given to me as a review set. I'll tell you that straight out. I did get these for free to review compared to their HID kit. But seriously, guys, I'm not going to just say this. These are worth it and these are safe to use, hence why I'm kind of promoting them. I wouldn't promote this if I didn't think they were safe for you guys to use. So yeah, hit them up. Link will be down in the description. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.